The Abia State Police Command has confirmed that its officers arrested the National Vice Chairman Southeast of the Labour Party, that's LP, Mr. Ceekay Igara. The command said the arrest was based on a petition written against Igara by the acting state chairman of the Labour Party, Emmanuel Nwaeze Oti. Now, allegations in the petition include obtaining by false pretense, impersonation, and also conducts likely to cause a breach of peace. Well, joining me on the program at this time to speak on this is Mr. Ceekay Igara, the National Vice Chairman, Southeast Labour Party. Thank you for joining me tonight on Politics HQ.
Nigerians.
All right, let me start off with this. You were recently picked up by the police on a petition where strong allegations were leveled against you as regards false pretense, impersonation, conducts likely to breach the peace. And I mean, these are pretty weighty. It goes on. First, I'd like you to confirm this arrest and what is going on exactly.
Thank you very much for having me. On Saturday, we were having a meeting with all our chairmanship, deputy chairmanship, and councillorship candidates. We had a seminar with them, trying to prepare them with regards to the forthcoming local government elections, the campaigns, the approaches to use, and what we should prepare in order to make sure that we deliver. So it was in the course of that men of the Nigerian police invaded the entire space and then came. I said they wanted to arrest the current chairman, who is Prince Nwaeze. But somebody behind the crowd told them, when we're still looking at the police, somebody signaled them that the man they are looking for is not Nwaeze, rather than me. So immediately I stood up. So I stood up. The members of the gathering opposed that movement, but the intervention of our legal advisor calmed down the situation, and all of us followed them. They said they were going to the Abia Area Command. From Abia Area Command, there was a waiting bus there that took me straight from Abia Area Command to the state CID. After taking my statements, they moved me again to the State Police Command headquarters down the road, where they said we're going to see the commissioner. Unfortunately, when we went there, they moved me straight to anti-kidnapping department. I said I was going to go to the cell straight. So that was what happened.
You said they moved you to the anti-kidnapping department.
Yes.
Okay, because I mean, some of the allegations we are seeing has to do with extortion and impersonation. I'd like you to speak on these allegations as contained in the petition. I mean, what will be your response to them? I read out a few. Maybe I should just go through them again. Impersonation, extortion. There's also the fact that they said that you are conducting yourself in such a way that can cause a breach of peace.
Well, it's unfortunate they are using grammar that they don't understand the meaning. Who am I impersonating? Number one, because I'm the National Vice Chairman in charge of Southeast of the Labour Party. I don't know who I'm impersonating. And I don't know who I've collected a kobo from. Not to talk, talking about extortion. No one can come here and say I've collected a dime from him. If the person can come out, I will be very, very proud to accept that. But I know I have not collected and don't even intend to collect from anyone. That is to tell you that everything they were saying there were all lies. But let me give you the background of the story. Sometime this year, there was a stakeholders meeting that was conducted or that was called up against the normal party procedure and program in Abia. And there was this statement that was made that all the strata of leadership in Labour Party have been dissolved. And the caretaker committee was empaneled. Caretaker committee headed by Nenadi Osman. And the first charge to the national leadership of the party, or the national chairman or state chairman, is to give leadership to the party. So by these utterances or this announcement, there was chaos in the air. Nobody knew exactly what next to do. Nobody knew what next or how to apply and carry on with the business of the day. But because of that charge given to the national leadership or state leadership of the party, the national leadership came up with a strong position saying that nobody has been dismissed or nobody sacked the leadership. And in doing that, I engaged the former acting chairman, Emmanuel Oti. I engaged him severally. I called him, what are you really doing with regard to these local government elections? Because the national were asking me, what are we doing with regard to these elections? So once I called him, he would tell me, let me see His Excellency, I'll get back to you. I said, no, it's a matter of the party. Take a decision and the party will go and brief His Excellency. So at a point, I reported the same matter to the national leadership. They said, no, we can't allow that to happen. So they intervened by setting up what they call 7-man election committee for Abia State 2024 chairmanship and councillors election. And I was made the chairman of that committee with mandate of giving notice to APSEC, announcing to everyone sale of funds, and coordinating the entire program, coordinating in getting our candidates and peaceful execution of the election. So I gave the notices as I was directed, and we went on air to announce that there should be, because we don't want imposition. Labour Party, our motto is equal justice, equal opportunity and social justice.
Okay, let me just come in here because I mean, talking about impersonation, I mean, this petition also has it that by constitution of the party, you have no legal right to usurp or impersonate the office of the state chairman. Having ceased to be the state chairman after the election. So I'm asking you, I mean, in your capacity, are you also trying to double or usurp the responsibility as state chairman too?
How can I function as a state chairman? I cannot function as a state chairman. I have never said
you just referred to Mr. Emmanuel Oti as the former acting state chairman.
Yes, he was the former acting, because I was the one that recommended him. When I recommended him, then the national leadership offered him an appointment letter as an acting chairman. As acting chairman, the first infringement was when he was invited to attend a NEC meeting. He didn't attend the NEC meeting. He didn't give reasons why he didn't attend. Rather, he started doing some few things to prove that he was not capable to carry on.
What are the few things? You said he was doing some few things. What are those things he was doing to show he wasn't capable for that position?
The way he was talking to colleagues, the way he was managing the entire party, complaints were flying up and down. So as the complaints were going directly, not even from me, because some of them had contact with the national headquarters, so they were reporting what was going on. After all these things, the national decided that they would stop him. They decided that they would dissolve the executive and empanel a new one because of the issues we already had there. So those issues were calculated, and his executive, of course, he joined them. The executive was dissolved, and a new one empaneled with 15-man caretaker committee. So that's exactly why I said former, and he's still the former, as far as I know.
So who is the state chairman of the Labour Party in Abia State?
According to the letter given by the national leadership, which we have also given to the INEC, given to the police, given to APSEC, given to...
By national leadership, can you be specific, please?
Nwaeze. Prince G. Nwaeze is the new chairman
of the Abia State Labour Party faction. Of Abia State Labour Party, right? Chief Ndubisi?
Yes.
According to you.
We don't have any faction in the Labour Party.
You don't have?
We don't have any faction in the Labour Party.
So, I mean, There are also reports that there is the Julius Abure faction, and there are those.
Are you not aware of the court? Are you not aware of the court judgment that affirmed Abure as national chairman? Has the court said otherwise? So why are you talking about faction here?
So what do you make of Nana-Ade Usman's committee?
I said the court said Abure is the national chairman. Is Nana-Ade Usman the court?
But you know, they also said they're appealing the judgment. So
until the court says otherwise.
Let me ask, what's your relationship with the governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex?
Very cordial.
How about
we have a cordial relationship.
How about Mr. Emmanuel Nwaeze Oti?
I told you I nominated him. It's just that the national will not allow an individual to destroy what, because mind you, we came on a mantra. That mantra, the three points that came is integrity, transparency, and accountability. So you cannot come and start doing something that is completely different from what the ideologies of the party is. Remember, some of the things that are going on are some of the things we protested against. We said we don't want imposition. We don't want godfathers. We don't want several things. And we all came together, fought, and made sure that we brought this government to bear. So as it is now, we cannot allow things like this to fester or to come among us. So that's exactly the reason why we must correct it anywhere we see it, so that the promises we made to Abians will continue to be seen as what we are doing.
I mean, looking at all that is happening, the Labour Party seems deeply divided, even though you claim that it's not factionalized. I mean, but from what we see, it doesn't look so.
You are part of the problem in the first place.
How?
You are part of the problem. Why I say you are part of the problem is because a court of competent jurisdiction said, validated the Convention of March. After the validation of the March Convention of the party, where I was elected as the National Vice Chairman, you also had, I don't know if you have not had, that also a competent court also validated the position of Julius Abure as the National Chairman of Labour Party and mandated INEC to give him all the privileges and rights which INEC has done. And then you are still telling me about faction. Well,
no, the reason why I'm asking is this. You said I'm part of the problem, but I mean, we are here talking about, you know, people within, people within your party writing a petition that led to your arrest. Within your party, I'm not a member of your party, so how am I part of the problem?
That's what I'm telling you. It is about ignorance. When the
so enlighten me. Enlighten me.
Good. I said you are promoting it because I am telling you the truth. One, you even said here, you were asking me about Nana-Ade Usman. When I said a court of competent jurisdiction has affirmed Julius Abure as the national chairman, and then you are telling me Nana-Ade Usman. Is Nana-Ade Usman a court, or has the court said anything about her? So
what you are telling Nigerians, right?
If there's a status quo, that status quo means Julius Abure, because that's the one the court has affirmed.
All right. So basically what you're saying is that the Labour Party is united and there are no factions.
I said without equivocation, there are no factions in the party. It's just interest of individuals that are driving the party gaga. But I think with time, they will all settle. Did you hear this in last month? Did you hear it the upper month? It's just because of the interest of the local government. That's why all these things are coming up. So once the elections are over, all these things will die off.
All right, now let's talk about the local government elections in the state. I mean, do you have reservations as regards what you've seen so far in terms of preparations? Are there concerns from you?
Well, for me, like I said, because is what we are looking up to. And That is the reason why we are doing everything according to the set guidelines. That was why our committee was empaneled in the first place. So we did all that is expected by giving notice of the elections and our primaries, and also making sure we conduct the primaries within the time specified by the electoral umpires. What we did was not to prepare their minds towards the election. If we had any reservation, what we would have done is not to invite them, just to tell them, since they have written the result, everybody should go home. But because we don't have any reservation yet, where we would have had reservation is some of the insinuations left, right, and center. Now some people are
Mr. Ceekay Igara, can you hear me?
going to different talked about double nomination. And if they allow themselves to be convinced to go for double nomination, we'll try it in the court and see eventually who will succeed. If we fail, we know we have done our best.
All right, before I let you go, what would be your maybe message to Mr. Emmanuel Nwaeze Oti and also the NWC and the stakeholders group?
The simple truth is, Nwaeze Oti should learn the processes of the party. He should read the constitution of the party very well, see the procedure of the party. I know he may be confused because he's coming from a different party, so he's still thinking that he's in the former party where he can do the way they used to do at their former parties, not understanding that Labour Party has a different procedure. So I encourage him to settle down, read the constitution of the party, study the procedure of the party, and make sure you follow the procedure. Once you follow the procedure, all these issues, perceived crisis, will be a thing of the past. Then to other members of the party, Labour Party remains the strongest third party in this country. And this is the country, and this is the party that is for the social people, for the people, for the common man. And that's exactly what we wanted to remain. We don't want the bourgeois to come and take over the party, as is in the other cases. And I also encourage the national leadership to continue to stand up for the truth, continue to stand up for what is right, and protect the masses. And this is the only thing, and give everybody equal opportunity and social justice, as the motto specified. Once this is done, there will be total peace within the system. And the highest point will be our starting point.
All right, thank you so much for your time on the program. The National Vice Chairman, Southeast for the Labour Party, Mr. Ceekay Igara. Once again, thank you for being on Politics HQ on News Central Television.
Thank you for having me.